Hey everyone, welcome to Nicole's Needlework. My name is Nicole and this is a podcast about stitching and knitting. Today is Monday, July 31st, and it is right around 5:30 p.m. This is episode 34, and show notes can be found on my blog, nicolesneedlework.com, and I can be found on various social media sites at Nicole's Needlework. So you may notice my new bookshelf I got that at Target yesterday. It was kind of funny because it's just me. Hold on. Okay, sorry about that. Husband is texting me. He's taking my oldest is in Washington, D.C. right now, and he is taking him to see Queen tonight. So he was asking about buying him a t-shirt. So anyway, so as I was saying, I got this bookshelf, and it was really heavy, and it's just me and Matthew, my youngest. So I'm lugging it into the cart, and then when I get to the car, I'm kind of trying to push it into the car, and then I get home and I get the hand truck from the garage, and I drag it into the house, and I just ripped open the box and took it apart and brought pieces up because there was no way I was going to be able to get that box up the stairs by myself. Okay, sorry about that. He's texting about where they're eating tonight. I'm so happy for them. I'm glad they are doing this, and I'm glad Bradley got a chance to go up there and see his dad and have some one-on-one time. I got tickets for me and Matthew. We're gonna go up August 11th, so not this weekend but the next weekend, and we're gonna spend a few days, and then Labor Day weekend I'm taking Jake, the middle child, with me, so they each get some one-on-one time, which will be nice. Okay, so I got the shelf together, and I will show you guys what I have on there. I wanted my stitching stuff kind of in one place because it was kind of scattered throughout the house. I had like some in some kitchen cabinets, and then some in my china cabinet in the dining room, and then I had some in the cabinet above the dryer. I mean, I had it in various locations throughout the house, so now it's in one place. The only thing that I don't have here is my cotton over dyed threads, but that's okay. They're in one closet with my yarn, and so as long as, you know, two main locations, that's good. So anyway, I do have one finish to share. This. I finished my summer schoolhouse lesson 1, and this is with I needle and thread. I'm sure many of you have seen this or heard about it. This is stitched on 28 count mushroom lagana 1/1. You can see those teeny tiny stitches. I had so much fun stitching this. I basically worked on it nonstop from the time I got the pattern. It was really a lot of fun, and now I'm kind of like, I want to stitch everything over one. I'm trying to find like different patterns and fabrics and that I can try out. And I found this cute trim at Hobby Lobby. I thought it would look really cute with it. So I'm not sure if I'm actually going to do this finishing. I'm not a good finisher. I know that about myself. I'm just not. I've tried and tried, but so we'll see. So while I was waiting for lesson 2 to come in the mail, which I ordered directly from Brenda Gervais, and now I just noticed there is a notice on her website that the shopping cart is closed. I guess she had so many orders that she has to catch up. So while I was waiting for lesson number 2, I worked on Smith Sampler a little bit by the Scarlet House. Not a whole lot, but I'm officially halfway through now. I finished up this flower, this motif, and this little heart, and I'm working on the top section now. So, and this is 40 count vintage Meadow Rue, and I'm using the called for silk threads, which I'm loving. And these are all Belsois, Dinky Dyes, and Gloriana. And I think that's it. Yeah. Belsois, Dinky Dye, and Gloriana. So I worked on that just a little bit. Let's see, what else did I work on? I also worked on Swan Garden by Kathy Barrick. I just got a tiny bit more done. So this here and this branch coming right there. So not a whole lot. And this is 36 count shadow by Picture This Plus. And I'm using all the called for needlepoint ink silks. And it calls for a lot. I think the cat is trying to get in. Alright, so I kind of have a new start. I started Dutch Beauty a while ago, in the pattern I actually left over there. But the more I saw Emily C's version, the more I realized I think I'd rather stitch it using darker colors. And I just kind of, I don't know. I may restart it again one day, but for now it's just kind of on hold. I think I'm just gonna put the threads away and put the pattern in my stash. But I was thinking of using this fabric, which is a fat half, for a pattern I've wanted to work on for a long time, and that is Long Dog Sampler's Moulin Rouge. So I've always loved this. And I have just a teeny tiny bit started there, and that is just DMC 498, which is a really pretty red. So I think that's what I'm going to end up using this fabric for. So then I went through my DMC, and I had bought a bunch for this pattern a long time ago. So I pulled it back out, and I just have this on a thread drop for, so I can just pull, I just take my needle and I pull one strand out at a time that I need. It's pre-cut. So what I do is I unwind the whole thing and then cut it. So there's no waste. Not that DMC is super expensive. It's just kind of nice not to have no waste and have the pre-cut thread. So, and this fabric is 40 count Park City Blend by R&R. And I think I coffee dyed it to make it a little darker, although it's not very dark. Kind of looks like the color of Light Exemplar, maybe a little lighter, but that's about the same tone. So I think I might work on that a little more. And I did, is this it? No, wrong one. Okay. So on Saturday, I got my pattern, my Summer Schoolhouse Lesson 2 pattern, which I love. And of course, I had started right away. So here is my teeny tiny progress. And so again, this is 28 count mushroom Lugana, 1/1. And calls for, what is it? Old hickory. And my old hickory is kind of yellowish green. And in the pattern, it looks brown. And her hair. So my dye lot is way off. So I was thinking of using picnic basket instead. Because that looks more like what's used in the pattern. Sorry, I'm trying to. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I like that or if I'm just sticking with the old hickory. But those are all the called for cotton threads. They're so pretty. I love these. Love these colors. So I don't really have too much more. I have to do this vine here and this flower she's holding in the eye, and then the grass, of course, which is really easy. It's just set and stitch. So then I'll start on the guy, but I almost don't want to stitch it too fast because the next one's not going to come here for another month, so kind of want to savor it a little. Okay, so I got that, and the only other stash I got is I downloaded a pattern from Pattern Mart, Pineberry Lane, Elizabeth Baker, 1844. And I pulled the threads, and they're all Gentle Arts and Weeks Dye Works. I think there's just a couple Weeks Dye Works. Whoops. So it calls for light exemplar, vintage light exemplar, but I don't have any. Well, I do. I have some older dye lots, but I went through all my fabric and put the colors on, and I really like how it looks on Legacy. This is 40 count Legacy by Picture This Plus. So I think that's what I'm going to use. I think that'll be pretty. Who knows when I'll start it, but I like the instant gratification you get by downloading a chart online. I do have a little knitting to share. Hold on one sec. Water. I'm trying to drink more water. I drank so much coffee yesterday I couldn't sleep last night. It's bad. So I gotta stop doing that to myself. I had gone to take Matthew to play Pokemon, and the place was closed. The shop was completely empty. I'm like, oh, well, I guess they gotta, change their website or something. But I have been working on this citron shawl, and it's a free pattern from Knitty. And I'll insert a picture of what it looks like here. It's just a pretty circular shawl with some ruching details and a ruffle on the end. And of course I'm in the middle of a row. I was knitting a little bit today. But calls for 7 sections and I'm doing, no, it calls for 5 and I'm doing 7. So I'm making it just a little bit bigger. And I am using Malbrigo lace. And it's coming out much brighter on the camera than it actually is. I mean, it's bright, but it's not this bright. But I think it's gonna be really pretty. So I was glad to get back to that. And it's nice for some mindless knitting. This is my pretty cheap bag. I forget where I got this, but I love these bags. So I think that's it. I will share my little bookshelf and I'll insert that video in the end, but I hope you guys have a great week and thanks for watching. Bye. Okay, so my back facing camera is not as good as my front facing. It's a little grainy, but as you can see, I have my little scissor frog there, well, flower frog that I use for scissors, and a little shepherd's bush design that I framed a long time ago. Cute little, this little bear, it says congratulations. My mom got it for me when I was pregnant with my first son. And then here I have blackboard design charts, some kits and larger charts, shepherd's bush kits and that sort of thing. Down here I have my smaller charts, and then over here I have my needlepoint silks that I have that are in, this is hardest, flossaway bags. So some of them have been used, some of them probably were kitted for other things at one time, but those are the ones I have in bags. And then in here, this is really hard to do, I've got flossaway bags, bobbins, other little odds and ends. Got a couple hoops and Q-snap and some books. And then I have my DMC. I'm trying to do this without making you guys sick. My DMC on bobbins and then full skeins in the back. So I have these leftover DMC bins from when I had my shop in Atlanta. So they're pretty old. 20 some years old, and then full skeins of needlepoint silk with some that are on thread drops. These need to be organized a little better. And then full skeins of soie d'Alger in there. So those are my silks. And then I have patterns in here. These are alphabetical by designer. They're in hanging file folders, so that's where I keep those. And then I have more silk threads here, Belle Soie and my Vicky Clayton and Gloriana Dinky Dyes, that sort of thing. And then some of my more recent whips over there. So that is it. Oh, and I have some linen in that basket. It's like my favorite linen in there, mainly 40 count, 36 count. And then the little knitting bag. And then these are beads in here. So I'll show you one of these if I can. I'm trying not to make you sick. Trying not to make you sick. Okay. So these beads, I got these little boxes a long time ago, but this is how I store my beads. I think these are it's like a watchmaking tools, but I have labels on the back saying what numbers they are. So it's got like a little foam to protect them. But I can't remember where I got them. It was so long ago. But I think that's a neat way to store the beads. This quilt, my grandma made a while ago, and I love it. It's my favorite quilt that she's made me. She used to quilt all the time, and doesn't really do it anymore. She's 90, I think she's 94 now. So that's it. Thanks for letting me share. I hope I didn't make you too dizzy, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.